Hey guys, welcome to the Nut Corner. In today's video, I'll talk about how knives cut food and why is it important to you in the long run. Knowing how knives cut not only helps make food looks clean and aesthetically appealing, but it also saves you a lot of time, energy, and pain. Every cut begins when the blade touches the surface of food. This creates a tension between the two objects, and once the tension threshold is reached, the surface ruptures and this results in a crack. With a crack being formed, the blade now can use it to push through a food object and cut it in half. This process is often seen during chopping, which involves one-dimensional downward force. But the most common way of cutting food is actually slicing. This combines both vertical and horizontal forces together. The principle remains the same though. It begins by creating a crack. However, instead of relying on a downward force to break the surface tension, slicing uses friction generated from dragging the blade horizontally. It tears the surface apart instead of puncturing it, which requires much less force to achieve the same result. From here on, the blade pushes through the crack, moving back and forth in a downward motion and create a slice. Our body can withstand a weak force of puncture, so you can accidentally touch the pointy tip or the sharp edge of a knife without cutting yourself. However, even just a tiny dragging motion on a normal blade most likely cut you. So why does this information matter? Well, because slicing is where most accidents happen. Okay. The most common cause of cut injuries come from the knife slipping off the surface of food. This is because that the edge of the knife is not sharp enough to form a crack as easily, which is required for your knife to grip onto the food that you're cutting. If we look at the microscopic level, the edge of a dull knife is often rounded and flat compared to that of a sharp one, which is usually V-shaped and much thinner. When breaking the surface tension, the flat round edge will have a much harder time compared to the sharp thinner one because of the larger surface area it is affecting. So when things don't cut as easily, people tend to use more force. The increase in force that you use to slice, in combination with a constant movement of the knife, greatly enhance the risk of the blade slipping and land it somewhere else. Usually it's your hands and fingers. And even though the knife is dull, it can still cut you pretty badly. So make sure that whatever you're cutting is not yourself, please. Alright, so this wraps up the video. I hope you enjoy it and learned something useful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on another episode of the Nut Corner. Take care now. Wait, my back is having a crack.